Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into what is literally the ultimate ancient zoning and real estate project in human history. We're decoding Joshua 19 to see exactly how an entire nation's borders were drawn up totally from scratch. I mean, we're getting right down to the city limits here. So how do you divide a brand new nation? Just imagine the sheer logistical nightmare of this for a second. You've got a massive population, highly distinct tribal families, and, well, a very finite amount of land. Fairly distributing this real estate to the remaining tribes of Israel, that wasn't just some casual map-making exercise. It was a high-stakes puzzle of survival, legacy, and some seriously intense negotiation.
Part 1. The Final Land Lottery. Casting lots at Shiloh.
Part 2. Real estate anomalies. When the map doesn't fit.
You see, dividing a country isn't exactly a perfect math equation. Everything they've worked for comes down to these last castings of lots, and right away, we hit some problems. Take the tribe of Judah, for example. They accidentally took way too much square footage. The text actually explicitly says their portion was too much for them. So what's the ancient solution here? Well, basically, subletting. The children of Simeon's inheritance fell completely within the borders of Judah. Simeon essentially just moved into Judah's oversized backyard to balance the scales.
Now, the tribe of Dan ran into the exact opposite problem. Their coast went out too little, meaning they simply ran out of room. So what did they do? They took a much more aggressive approach. They actually marched off, fought against a city called Leshem, conquered it with the edge of the sword, and renamed it Dan, right after their father. Problem solved. Though, yeah, maybe not the most traditional zoning adjustment you'll ever see.
Part 3. Mapping the Northern Tribes. Rapid-fire zoning.
The sheer scale of what they were accomplishing here is honestly staggering. Without getting too bogged down in the ancient geography of it all, just consider the volume of this distribution as we head north. Zebulun gets 12 cities, plus their surrounding villages. Issachar gets 16. Asher receives 22, and Naphtali gets 19. We are talking about the massive, repetitive allocation of dozens and dozens of cities, all to settle thousands of people into their permanent homes. It's a massive undertaking.
Part 4. Finishing the ancient map. The leader's reward.
The text explicitly states this. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath-Serah in Mount Ephraim. This is talking about Joshua, the leader of this entire massive operation. He receives a modest city and he builds it up to dwell in. But the incredible leadership lesson here is all about the timing. You see, Joshua only received his inheritance when they had completely finished dividing the land. He made absolutely sure that every single other person was successfully settled before taking his own delayed reward. Talk about putting your people first.
So they made an end of dividing the country. Wow. You can almost feel the monumental emotional weight of that final sign-off, can't you? This official closing happened right at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation in Shiloh, and it was overseen by Eleazar the priest and Joshua. After all the intense planning, the negotiations, and the drawing of lots, the map was finally finished.
So, it leaves us with this question. How do you navigate the completion of your own massive long-term goals? When we look at how carefully this ancient land was allocated, how they practically handled unexpected anomalies, and how a true leader waited until the very end to take his share, well, it really makes you think. How do you allocate your own limited resources? And when you finally cross the finish line of a truly monumental task, how do you celebrate finishing what you started?